Hey everybody, Brandon here. I'm coming to you today with a very urgent message. As many of you guys know, and if you're watching the news, the situation in Ukraine has become very, very bad for all the local residents. And if you're like me, you've been looking for a way to get involved and help the women and the children who are out mass exiting this country get out. But you may have had some hesitation because you weren't sure how to get involved, or if you were thinking about donating, you may have heard stories, a lot of scammy websites that are set up and a lot of donations who are going to false accounts. So here we at HBG Capital have found a unique situation where we're able to get involved and help direct hands-on. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. At the end, we're going to be asking for you to help donate. If you can't donate, that's okay. We're going to share how you can help anyway. And so I wanted to, one, explain to you what the situation is and the impact that is currently going on. While we're partnering with aerial development, the current operations that we have, or aerial development has going on over there right now, where the money's going to go, how you can donate, and then if you can't donate, specifically how you can get involved and you can help in the cause. So the current situation over there is really, really bad. You've got millions of people who are fleeing, mostly over to Poland, and they're trying to get out of the war zones. Right there was a maternity hospital that was blown up. Basically, a hospital that was full of women who are pregnant or could have been in that hospital. Russia's now attacking civilian property and structures, which is just sickening. So innocent men, women, and children are actually dying over here right now, and it is bad. So we wanted to jump in and get involved and help with this with these refugees that are coming out, mainly helping the children, because we realize we can't help everybody, so we're specifically focusing on the children. What's basically going to happen to these kids if we can't get them out there in these situations where you have a mass exodus of women and children because the men are having to stay in Ukraine and fight? Human trafficking, landlords, child sex trafficking rings will descend upon them and basically just scoop them up. If you've heard of Operation Underground Railroad that strives to go to these countries and get these children out of sex trafficking, what we're basically trying to do here is avoid that. We want to get to them before the child predators do. So impact of failure, if we can't do this, is a lot of these innocent women and children are going to be put into these sex trafficking rings. So everything that we're doing here and I'm about to share with you is designed to prevent that. The efforts to try and prevent this are mainly being spearheaded by aerial development. I'm going to share with you who the owners are and why we're partnering with them. But we were looking for something where we knew the money was going to go to a good cause. And so the main reason why we're partnering and raising money for this cause is because we actually know who they are and have pretty close ties to them. So they're actually hands-on in Ukraine. Here's a lot of the team right here. And so they're actually over there right now, literally taking donated buses and driving over the war zones and bringing kids back and extracting them. And they need our help. Now, to date, they've rescued over 403 children, over 300 as of today. Today is a Friday, March 18th. Over 300 more kids will be evacuated out. So we wanted to make sure that when we were looking for an opportunity that we knew that we could actually have an impact and the donation was going to a good cause with an organization that could actually deliver. So they are already delivering and they need support. So this is my partner, Vagiv Sadov. He's active military. He's stationed in Fort Bragg up in, maybe Fort Bragg's the command. He's stationed up in Fort Campbell, but he's part of the 5th Special Forces Group. And the guys who are involved with aerial development, Jeremy Locke, John Witherspoon, and Seth Griffin, they're all past or current 5th Special Forces Group. So my business partner actually knows these guys, and there's a connection through the 5th Special Forces Group. That's how we got connected, how we got involved. The other owner, Brittany Turner, I know who she is. She's a local real estate developer here in Nashville. So we felt very close because we knew who these people were. They're local here. They're in our market. They have a track record of helping causes like this in the past. And so we felt very, very comfortable working with this organization. So here's their current operations. They're set up over there, actively helping extract a lot of the kids. So they've pretty much been through all the planning. Everything is set up. We've got a game plan. They've done the first response. We're providing emergency relief. And right now we're really working on recovery management of setting up stations and rendezvous points outside of the war zones and safe points for all the children. And, we're actively looking for ways to really systemize this so we can really crank out the number of people that we can help. Here's what the current operations look like. Step one, we're rescuing the refugees, getting them out of the war zones. We're moving them to a hub over in Western Ukraine, potentially some other countries where it's currently safe. If for some reason it does become unsafe in Western Ukraine, then we will move them to a more safe location outside some of the neighboring countries, mostly Poland. And we've got operation centers in Lviv, Ukraine. This is the main area that we're sending teams out to retrieve the refugees. This is the main rendezvous point that we're usually centered. This center is granted a safe area by the Ministry of Defense. They've got agreements with the Ukrainian government, so we felt this was a very good rendezvous point. Step 4 is to continue to safeguard refugees, basically slow down the mass exodus in other countries, keep Ukrainian children safe in Ukraine, make sure they don't go into these terrible, terrible sex trafficking rings. And then step 5 is more what's the worst case scenario if it does migrate over to Western Ukraine, is to put them in, identify the areas where they're going to be safe and put them in those locations. So here's where the current need is right now. They're looking for funds for secure locations to be able to house the kids, put a roof over their head, make sure that they're safe. We need additional staffing. As I mentioned, there's very sophisticated knowledge that goes into extracting these kids. A lot of these are special operations military personnel who have the knowledge to go navigate war zones, extract the kids, and then deliver them to a safe space. Additional administrative help, keeping all the back-end operations and the glue that keeps everything together, and then more buses. The more buses we have, the more drivers we can get, the more trips we can make. Right now, I think it is 16 turnaround time to do one trip in and out. And so we're looking to raise money for these 3 items right here. I'll show you more about what that looks like. So these are the shortfalls. Currently, 15 members are over there. We need 15 more members to make up 3 more teams. Money's going to go to support the recovery operations. Basically, each recovery operation takes 4 to 5 days to complete. There's currently 7 team members on the ground. Again, we need an additional 15 people. This is going to be nurses, specialized knowledge to take care and provide the health care to the kids, emergency supplies, healthcare supplies, more special operations guys. It's very difficult to get these specialized knowledge operation guys in there because they're being offered $2,000-$3,000 a day to go and fight this war, but we can get them in there for a small fraction of that cost because they believe in the impact and they believe in the cause that we're having. So the money's going to go to that. Here are the priorities. So estimated costs once everything is fully up and running is $225,000. We're looking to raise that on a monthly basis. Again, we're just raising month by month because we don't want to put ourselves in a situation where we raise too much money and then have to give it back to investors at the war ends. So we just want to do it on a month-by-month basis. But again, we're looking for lodging, per diem salaries to pay people, equipment and clothing, lots of transportation. Again, the more buses we have, then the more we're able to get, the more children we're able to get out. So if you're interested in helping us, you can literally take your phone out and do a QR picture of this right here. It's going to take you to this website, and you can just pick whatever donation that you need. Again, 100% is going to these children who are need to get out right there. This is 100% are going to actual aid, special operations guys, nurses, healthcare supplies, and the whole goal is to be able to prevent these children from experiencing this child sex trafficking that is just probably the darkest part of humanity. So please, 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 if you're in a position, donate. Please help us and help these children. If for some reason you're not in a position and you can't donate, that's okay. I'm going to provide a link here in this email, and it's a shareable link that you can send to people. Please share it on social media, share it with your friends, share it with your family, share it with your neighbors. Ask them to watch the video, ask them to either donate or ask them to share it. With your help, we can make a huge impact. The Ukrainian kids will thank you.